I just have a quick video to make. Well, it might not be that quick. This is in regards to Prince Charles, Meghan Markle, Princess Diana, and people calling Princess Diana a manipulator. I just wanted to correct a couple of things in regards to Princess Diana being compared by pretty much every journalist as manipulator, as though she is the only one. Every public figure in the world, and even us regular mortals, we want to have an image of ourselves put out there. Now, if Alex Belfield, and I do enjoy his videos, or even Lady C, I don't enjoy her videos very much. I haven't seen her since for a while, but Dan Wooden, even Vicky Arbiter can tell me, and all the royal journalists can tell me that the royal family doesn't manipulate the press. I'm gonna call that absolute bullshit. Prince Charles and Meghan are exactly the same. Princess Diana and Meghan have nothing in common. Prince Charles has actively, for at least since he got married to Princess Diana, has been actively trying to taint her image, denigrate her, discredit her, because she had an eating disorder caused by him and Camilla on purpose, who were trying to drive this young, inexperienced woman to a breaking point, and they successfully did it. They did it because she ended up hurting herself, having an eating disorder. I mean, it's incredible. I can guarantee you that nowadays, Prince Charles and Camilla would not be able to get away with all the gaslighting, emotional and mental abuse, discrediting that they did to Princess Diana. Can you honestly tell me that a journalist would be able to say, don't listen to what Princess Diana has to say because she's not right in the head because she has an eating disorder? Can you honestly tell me that nowadays that would be acceptable? Now, Prince Charles and Camilla, with Meghan Markle and Harry, have used the press to put positive articles out there to make their illicit behavior and their immoral behaviors and illicit actions as though they are acceptable, and anybody who questions them or calls them out are trashed, ghosted, and discredited. Prince Charles has had people fired for questioning him. Regular people. He has had people fired for that. He said to Her Majesty the Queen that Camilla was non-negotiable. To me, the biggest mistake that Her Majesty the Queen has made was not making him abdicate, because he should have been made to leave his rights to be in the line of succession. Because the institution is not about an individual. He was not right. He was cheating on his wife. He drove his young wife and the mother of his children insane. But she wasn't insane, but he drove her to a very unhealthy mental state. And instead of helping her, he and Camilla, they both basically beat a dog when it was down. They saw her fragile state of mind as an opportunity to cause even more damage. That's who they are. This is who they are, just like Meghan. And they both get angry. Meghan and Prince Charles, they both get angry when questioned. They both don't like to be told the truth. And they surround themselves with sycophants that will tell them exactly what they want, how they are always right. Camilla is one of the biggest ones. They both want their moral bankrupt behavior to be the norm. I mean, we even had Camilla or her friends leaked out an article saying how Camilla was outraged at Prince William's anger towards his father because he wanted a higher set of standards for the royal members, members of the royal family. Rightly so. The standards for the right now are extremely low. And you know what? If Her Majesty the Queen had made Charles abdicate, the monarchy would be in much better shape. You know, look, you know, everybody says, oh, but nobody wants to go through what when the Duke of Windsor abdicated. It turned out for the better. It turned out for the better. So if Prince Charles had been made to abdicate, we would be having right now Prince William taking over. So it's incredible. I dare anybody, I dare all these journalists to tell me that Prince Charles has never manipulated the press, because I would tell them they're just full of shit. The royal family had a lot in common with Princess Diana, because Princess Diana did want to use the journalists and the press attention on her to highlight her causes and charities, just like the royal family. And she did want the privacy, at least the minimum amount of privacy expected of you know, when you're in your own home, or when she was on holiday, you know, that they were taking pictures like 3-4 miles away while she's sunbathing somewhere. And unlike many other members of the royal family, she has never sued I don't think she has never sued the papers. She never did. The royal family had a lot of control, and they still do to a large degree, over the press and what is printed out, because I can guarantee you, all these royal reporters, even Dan Wootton, they're sitting on stories that they have not published because they will have repercussions by the royal family. So the royal family does manipulate. Do you really think that the Meghan and Harry thing, that the statement that the Queen put out, it's not a huge manipulation to let the public think that everything was okay when it was not? That is manipulation. But unlike the royal family and Princess Diana, the difference between them is that, and in particular with Charles and Meghan, because they're both alike, is that they both want to use the press, Meghan mostly, to make money. That is her end goal, to make money, be famous, and trash anybody who calls her out, and to have her behavior and her actions be accepted. She does feel that the titles are like a coat, you know, like a shield that protect her from everything. And so does Prince Charles. So if anybody can tell me that Prince Charles hasn't manipulated the press, especially after right before Princess Diana's death, and then right after, to increase and improve Camilla's image, that he hasn't planted articles elevating Camilla and denigrating Princess Diana, you're full of shit and you're lying, because all of them have done it. Prince Charles, just like Meghan, had his Omid Scooby in the form of Penny Jr. That's my opinion. If you go and look at Penny Jr., this royal reporter, this woman was almost fanatical when reporting and discrediting Princess Diana, saying that poor Prince Charles was driven to the arms of his mistress because Diana, in the first place, asked him to dump the mistress. So it was Diana's fault. It was Diana's fault. It reminds me of abusers who while beating the victim up, are telling the victim, you're making me hit you. Why do you make me abuse you? Why do you make me hit you? And they had accomplices. They had reporters backing him up. This is on record. I'm going to try and Google and put the link later on, where royal reporters, whenever Princess Diana called them to give a conference about a charity, Prince Charles would have his aides pull them aside to tell them that she was mentally unstable, to discredit this woman. So yes, the royal family, the privacy that the royal family now enjoys is because of Princess Diana's, sad death. Because it wasn't until she actually passed away that the royal family got to enjoy privacy, you know. But before that, you could see pictures of Princess Diana being in a holiday, you know, or whatever, sleeping, which is absolutely intrusive. Just now, some reporters are finally admitting that, yeah, Prince Charles didn't behave, that maybe Princess Diana was, onto something. Now, Princess Diana never spoke badly of the royal family. She did make a comment saying that Prince Charles was not fit to be king and that he should go off and live with this lady. And guess what? 23, 24 years on, this woman must have been a psychic, because she was right. Prince Charles is morally bankrupt. This guy has been meddling on everything. I urge you to Google why there were some barracks that were supposed to be built in England. And he wrote, and it would have been a multi-million-pound contract, and it would have benefited a lot of people, created jobs. But because he didn't like it, he wrote a personal letter to the Saudi Arabian royal family, I believe it was, who were actually the ones who were going to build this thing, telling them that he would consider it a personal favor if they drop that project. Guess what? Project gone. He has been sending letters to members of parliament, meddling on everything. This is why he doesn't see anything wrong with Harry and Meghan, what they're doing. People should quit comparing Princess Diana to Meghan, because they're nothing alike. Everybody manipulates. Everybody. Please, everybody does it. And the royal family, they have a master in that. They really do. Right now, the beautiful Duchess of Catherine, she just managed to get Tatler to take down some stuff in their article. Why? Because she didn't, rightly so, they were saying things that were not correct, that were affecting her image. Everybody does it. But Prince Charles, he does it the most, just like Meghan. They both want to use the press to justify their morally bankrupt character. To say, you have to accept it. And they both feel entitled and angry when questioned. To me, I'm sorry, but I have to call bullshit on this. And why people keep going on about only Princess Diana being a manipulator. Princess Diana, this lady could have been a billionaire. Any company in the world would have paid her large amounts of money to have her represent their product or be their speaker. She never did it for money. And she did use her fame to highlight her causes, which is a big difference than Harry and Meghan, who are using the royal titles to benefit themselves financially while trashing the very same royal family. And Prince Charles is allowing it to happen because he's the same. They're both the same. You know, it's so funny how Prince Charles and Camilla were doing everything they could to discredit Princess Diana to improve their image. And it's the same now. We're seeing the same with Harry and Meghan, who are trying to do anything in their power to discredit Prince William and his wife. Incredible. So please, if you're gonna compare Meghan to somebody, compare it to Prince Charles. They're both exactly the same. Exactly the same. Compare their behaviors and their character, and you'll see that I'm not wrong. I'm sorry if I'm ranting a little bit, but I think if people should stop saying that Princess Diana was a manipulator. They all are. The whole family, the royal family, anybody is. Even the newspaper reporters calling her manipulators are manipulators. Ugh. Anyways, let me know what you think.